This one. This is just like a liquid thing that just like squeezes out of the two. Whoa, of the two. Wow, we opened up a whole drawer, guys. Hi, I'm Michelle. Thanks for joining me here today on my channel. Today I've got the first declutter video of 2023. I'm gonna do a whole collection declutter. I'm gonna go through all my drawers, all my everything, all my acrylic organizers, all these shelves here. I want to take out everything that I don't want, that I don't plan on using, that isn't making me happy, that isn't working for me anymore, that isn't a right shade match, or anything that might be coming up on expired. So I hope that sounds fun to you. Let's go ahead and get into it. I want to go ahead and get started. Oh, hi. I don't have any makeup on and I have my reading glasses on in case I need to read any labels for you. But I want to go ahead and get started in this cabinet here. We're going to go through the foundation, the concealers, all of my base products. I want to go through, I just decluttered my lips. Should be good on my lipsticks, so I don't think I'll have anything to declutter here. I'll leave that video down below if you're interested in watching that. But then I want to get into this cabinet here, which is like my setting sprays, and just check through my palettes, make sure everything that I have here is still something that I want, especially down here in these two eyeshadow drawers down there. It's hard to see, but we're gonna get into all that. So while we're right here, I just wanna show you where my sweet babies usually hang out. Right there, right behind me on the couch, there's their little ramp. It goes right up, and that's my bed right behind them. So they like to just sit and watch me right there on their Chase lounger while I film right here. I apologize in advance if you hear any rustles and bustles of the household. It is the weekend and my family is noisy. They live here. So, all right, I want to get started up here. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to bring this container down here. Let me get my brushes out of the way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in. So I'm not going to be in the frame. I apologize if that bothers you, but I think it'll probably be best for you to just be able to focus on the products here. Oh, and we're in the dark. Sorry, let me also turn on the light. It's really early in the morning. I'm sorry, my brain's not awake yet. Let me start with concealers. So this is how full this is when we're starting, okay? All right, let's get started with concealers. Okay. I have this cute little Too Faced pot concealer. It's in the shade. It's a peach concealer in the shade Cashmere, and this shade was a little bit too dark for me. It still smells really good. Anyways, it still smells like it's fine, but I think it's been about a year that I've had it, and this actually says it's got a 12-month expiration, so this is gonna have to go. This has to go. I know I've had this longer than that, and I hardly used this. Let me put my basket right here. Yeah, I didn't really get very much use out of this, and I did get this on clearance for $7, I believe, on the Too Faced website. I'm glad I didn't pay full price for it, but the problem was that it was just too dark for me. It's hard to pick concealer shades and foundation online. All right, this is actually in my Project Pan. Oh God, this is a concealer that I'm gonna keep using. As you can see, it's about down to here. This concealer, you can see I got a little bit of use out of it. Like, why do I have a dog hair stuck to me? I was just petting my baby, sorry. This worked for me better when it was summertime. This is in the shade LM14. It's a little bit dark for me, but it is about to start warming up, and I want to hang on to this darker shade because it is a good undertone, and it might work for me here in another month or two. I think I did previously declutter this, and I think I regretted it and held on to it. I'm not sure why. I wanted to check it out and see if it was still any good. I know I've had it Ooh, yeah, that smells bad. I know I've had it over 12 months. I really did like this concealer for a while. I wouldn't mind checking it out again and seeing if I still love it. Um, this was made in Canada, which is why I was willing to try it. I mean, like a Canadian manufacturing facility. So I don't know, I would be willing to try this again. I did like it, but this one's got to go. This I actually got in a BoxyCharm, and I really did like it, but it kind of creased a little bit. It looked really pretty and natural. And this like glowiness and the fact that it's kind of sheer works well for when I'm doing my dog hair everywhere. This like sheer glowy formula works really well for when I'm doing a no makeup look. And I love that it comes with this cute little sponge that you can use to blend it out on the go. Yeah, I really did like this product. Still smells good. This is what it looks like. You can see that it's very light on me, and it kind of gives a bit of a gray cast. So that's really the problem for me, really. But I liked the formula. I might be willing to try this in the future, but this one's got to go. It's just not a good shade match. It's not a good shade match for me, and I'm tired of making concessions. This little sampler, I think I got this in a purchase, like a gift with purchase. It still smells fine. Ooh, that's really dark. That's really, really dark and very warm. This would have to be like a spot concealer for me because it's so dark, but it's too warm for me in order to be a spot concealer. So, although I do like the regular Shape Tape, like not for under the eyes, but for other areas, this one's gonna have to go. It's just taking up space in my collection. All right, this was actually in my panning project last year. I was hoping to get some good use out of it. I did use it a little bit, but I still have this much. I can't remember how tall it was. I think it was about this tall. So, I mean, I did get some good use out of it. Still smells fine. I'm sure it's not a year old. What do you think? Do you think that's a good shade match? I feel like it's a little dark on me right now, but it kind of looks good when I have a tan. It's a good shade match for me when I have a little bit more of a tan. I do like the creamy formula, and I don't know. I don't really like the way it looks. I mean, like, it looks fine at a distance. It's just when you're up close, the way it sits on my skin, it doesn't seem to like blend into the skin. It just kind of sits on top, and you can kind of see that here on my skin, and it just kind of gives a little bit of a cakey appearance because of that. So although this is a pretty decent stick formula, I'm going to go ahead and let this go. I think it's a little bit too dark for my mom. Yeah, I'm going to let it go. Okay, I shouldn't have started swatching. I need to wipe my hands. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I decided to go get my coffee because it's going to be a while. All right. Let's move on. Am I going to try this Dior sample of foundation? It's Dior Backstage. It looks really dark. Let me smell it. I'm going to try that foundation. I feel like this is way too dark for me to try, but I think I do want to try the actual foundation. So I wish I knew what shade this was. This is in 3N, so that's too dark for me, but I do want to keep this around to try it. This one survived my last declutter. I'm going to try it. Okay, this fill line is to about here. I actually liked this, except what I hate about it is the packaging. Put a damn top on it, man. And it kind of gives me that minimal makeup look, but gives me a little bit of a cakey look on top of my skin. It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look the best. It's like, I thought it was a really good drugstore, but that was before, like, drugstore option, which it's okay. It's just now that I've found that this is much better between these two, I like this. And I never reach for this when I'm wanting a drugstore foundation because this one's so much better, looks better, photographs better, applies better, and has a damn applicator. I don't find myself reaching for this because of that. So I'm just going to toss it. It's in my way. This is my newest foundation. This is the Believe Beauty. This is $5. This is $5. It's got a beautiful pump. This is made in Germany. Made in Germany. I have the color Soft Beige. It's a perfect shade match for me. I absolutely love everything about how this wears, how it looks, I love everything about this formula. I love absolutely everything about this. I'm so happy that I decided to give it a try. If you didn't see my recent foundation try-on video of this, I'm going to leave that down below. Check it out. Okay, so I've got these two. This is almost done, as you can see, and it might actually be coming up expired now that I think about it. How long does this last? It doesn't have the little picture. Oh, wow, this is made in Mexico. If I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have been buying it beforehand, but it's too late. I'm a fan of it. I like it. I'm gonna stick to it. I feel like this shade might be a little of a wrong shade match for me, but this is in light medium. I heard that the shade light is actually darker. So before I use this, since I recently picked this up a couple weeks ago, I might go and exchange this for the shade light before I use it, because the shade light is a little darker. So I want to keep this. This is too dark for me, and it's almost over. It's probably getting old now. Well, I've had it since July. It's only 6 months, 7 or 8 months. I'm going to keep this a little bit longer. No, because by the time, okay, I'm sorry. I'm like this all the time. I have to talk myself through my decisions, okay? By the time it'll match me again, it might be about a year old. And at that point, there's hardly anything left. So I'm going to need a new one anyways. I'm tossing it. But I'm going to exchange this for the right shade match and keep this one. This expired in December 2022. I bought it in, I believe, either 2021. No, I bought this in 2020. And I didn't get that much use out of it. I used to really like it a lot, but I don't really like it that much anymore. Medium is a good shade for me. When I get really dark, medium tan is better. I like this one better than the one with illuminator. But I feel like I've just moved on past this. This is kind of thick, especially compared to the Wet n Wild. So when I'm wanting like a slight bit of coverage and this kind of a formula, I feel like I would reach for this over this, even though this has sunscreen. And this is expired anyways. I probably won't be repurchasing this. I wore this all through my 30s and a little bit into my 40s, but I feel like the time for me with this foundation, it's over. All right, we're making headway. Okay, let's get into my high-end foundations. This foundation here, I was thinking the scent is a little bit strong. It's got a little bit of a perfumed scent, and I don't really like that. But as you can see, I've gotten good use out of it. I'm down to here. It's an excellent shade match, although a little bit on the light end, but I can work with it. And I use mine in the shade 4.5, in case you're wondering. I like this foundation so far. I'm going to keep using this. This was my first Pat McGrath foundation, and just like the concealer, I got it in shade light medium 14. It's a little bit too dark for me. It's a good undertone though. I think it might work for me in the summer. I've only had this a couple of months. I did try to make it work by mixing it with lighter foundations. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this and see if it'll work for me in the summertime. I did recently pick up a new one in the shade light medium 10. I hope that will work for me better right now. This try-on will be coming up within the next couple of days, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested. Here's my NARS foundation. I got this when it first released. I've got mine in the shade Fiji. As you can see, here's like the empty line. I like this a lot more now that I've learned how to use it better around my mouth, because around my mouth area is the only area that I didn't like the way it looked. But now that I've learned a new application technique. I like this foundation a lot better. It looks beautiful everywhere else. It looks like skin. It looks like you're not wearing any makeup, but it just looks like your skin, but better. I really like it. It's a really good one. I would repurchase this. Here we go. I used this foundation. I've gotten this much use out of it, but this is way too dark for me. This is in the shade 6. This survived my foundation declutter already. I did share my thoughts on this foundation during that video. If you're interested in seeing that foundation declutter, I'll leave that video down below. But this one, I do like the packaging. I like the pump. I really like the pump. You can get like small droplets. You don't even have to get a full squeeze out of this. I like that a lot. I love the beautiful glass bottling. I mean, I love everything about this product except the actual product and the price. So this is just too dark for me, too orange. I also didn't like the way it wore on the skin. It was very heavy, looked very cakey, made me look like 1990s cakey foundation. That's what this is giving me, 1990s cakey foundation vibes. Okay, from back before foundations have improved significantly, and they all used to make you look cakey. This is a declutter, not gonna repurchase. Do not recommend. Here's another high-end foundation. I got this on sale. I got this foundation on sale. This is the Natasha Denona. I haven't even been telling you what this is. Okay. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Not a fan of this. It's not my favorite. This is the Natasha Denona Foundation X. I picked mine up in the shade 24W. Oh, I thought it was 20. It's 24. Anyway, it's very, very yellow. This is very warm on the yellow end, which is kind of opposite of this orange. Like this is more light and this is more tangerine on me. So I was trying to make them work by mixing them, which is how I've gotten so much use out of it. If you can see, the fill line is up to there. So I ended up mixing both of these, and that's why I was able to get some use. But even then, I still didn't like the way it looked. So I didn't like wearing these for out and about. If I was just going to do a day of filming, I could kind of make it work for that. But even on film, it made me look heavily made up. And I'm sure that was this one. But this also alone, I didn't like the way it looked on my skin. It accentuated all of my pores. It looked very dry. I don't know. This was not a win, and I was really disappointed. This was my very first, this was my first big letdown from Natasha Denona Declutter. Glad I got this on sale. A lot of the shades were sold out at that time because it's been like on clearance for a couple years already. I think she's done with this foundation. I don't think they're making any more because they haven't restocked shades that have sold out. This is a declutter. Do not recommend, would not rebuy. Okay, so here we are now. Here's what, let me move everything forward so it doesn't go crashing. Here is what my foundation container looks like now, which makes me really happy. I've got a lot of space. Maybe I can condense my primers down into here in the next move. So let's do that. All right. I'm going to pull out my bronzers. Okay. Here's my bronzer drawers and a couple of like my blush, my big face palette overflow storage. So, okay, let me start off with this one. I picked this up a few months ago. I wanted to give it a try. As you can see, it's never been used. This is in the shade 02. I got the one that I think is slightly more cool toned. At the time, my skin was more cool toned. Now that it's winter time, my skin is more warm toned. So this is not the right shade for me. But I went to go and try to use it yesterday. That's what prompted this declutter, okay? So I went to go try to use this yesterday, and nobody mentioned that this is a heavily scented product. It almost smells like nobody that I watched about this product mentioned that it's a very heavily scented product. It kind of gives me the butter bronzer. It kind of gives me butter bronzer smell from Physicians Formula. And that butter bronzer breaks me out. So that makes me think that there's coconut oil in here, like some sort of coconut anything. I don't know what all the technical terms for that is, but yeah, it says cocos. So yeah, that's that right there. I'm allergic. This is a brand new product. I don't even know who I could give this to. I might give this to somebody if they want it here in my life. I'll ask around because it is literally brand new, never even used. Declutter. This is going to be a heartbreaker. I really fell in love with this. This was my first drugstore bronzer to ever try, and what made me go for it was the beautiful packaging. I saw this when I happened to be perusing in the grocery store, and I was like, look, New York. And then I thought to myself, hey, I think I've heard great things about that Maybelline City bronzer. I was like, let me give it a go. And so I tried it, and it was in my last year's panning project. And as you can see, I got some really good use out of it, okay? I can almost see the rings of the pan all the way across. I don't know if you can make that out here on screen. So I did get good use. This sat for a while because it got too light for me, and I fell in love with the NARS bronzer that I tried. And I recently tried to go back to this, and I thought I could use it as my nose contour. Well, this broke me out. This gave me irritation where I had put it for my nose contour up by my eyes, like by my eyebrows. So I feel like this product is old now. It says that it's good for 24 months. And I've had this, I think, a year. It says it's in the shade 200. I'm not really sure why it broke me out, but I don't want to take any chances with irritated skin. I'm just going to go ahead and declutter this. I feel like I've moved past it anyways. I did make some good progress. I'm happy I got good use out of it. I would recommend it. I would repurchase it. Like, I really like this product. Here's my NARS bronzer in the classic shade Laguna. This was my first time to try this product. I really like it. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but there is starting to be some ripples showing here. So I don't know if you can make that out, but I feel like I'm going to be hitting pan on this soon. This is in my panning project this year. I'm super excited to get more use out of this. This is a stay. This is going to stay. All right, so also this one is how I first came across that. This is also in Laguna. This is a sample that I got when I purchased my foundation from Ulta. I got this little like NARS freebies with it, and I'm currently panning this. I'm currently trying to pan this as my nose contour. I don't know how, I think I probably got this like in a FabFitFun. It got lost somewhere in my collection. I don't even know how I came across it. I don't even think I knew what to do with this when I got it. Ooh, that's kind of a pretty deep color. It's from Elizabeth Mott. Elizabeth Mott, What Up Beaches. I don't even know like where this brand is from or anything about it. I know it's super old though. I haven't even heard anybody talk about this brand of bronzers. I don't even know what this is. This is an easy declutter. All right, here's my Hoola in Caramel. I've had this not that long. It's kind of a really warm, deep shade. I feel like it's a little bit too dark for me currently. And in the summertime when I'm darker, I get very cool toned. So I look more gray, not warm. And these warm bronzers look nasty on me at that time. So the only time warm bronzers work for me is in the winter time, but this is too dark for me, I feel like. And personally, I don't even like the formula. I don't even know why this is so popular. It said it's made in the It does say it's made in the USA, so that's cool, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten Caramel. Maybe I should have gotten the classic one, but I don't even like this packaging. I just wanted to see what it was all about because I think it was like on sale or something. I don't know. I'm glad I tried it, but I personally do not recommend, would not repurchase. I do not like. All right. We're making some good space. Now I've got this, here I've got this NARS Cheek Quad in Pleasure Trip. I picked this up from Nordstrom. It was a Nordstrom exclusive during the anniversary sale last July. So I've had this about 6 months now. I haven't gotten a whole lot of use out of it. Now would be a good time for me to use it because it's a little bit warm. So I need to put this at the forefront and be using this right now. See, I couldn't even get to it with all these other bronzers on it. So now that I have some space, now that I have good space in my drawer, I'll be able to access it. So that was good. Okay, and then here in this drawer, this is new. This is not going anywhere. I mean, this is dumb. This is brand new. This is not going anywhere. I have gotten a little bit of use out of it. Not a lot, but a little bit. So far, that's a win. I like that so far. You know, this is what it looks like. My rings are flattening out. I have mine in the shade 02. Oh, that's not a declutter. Whoa, I accidentally put that in the declutter basket. This is going back in here. Here's another, sorry, this is a mirror. Here's another NARS palette. This is which one it is. This is in on the Beach. It's made in Italy. It is really beautiful. I have gotten a little bit of use out of it. This is my first and only 6-pan NARS blush compact. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to keep getting some use out of it. It's a really beautiful product. Haven't had it all that long. It says 18 months, so I still have about a good year left on it. Okay, I feel like that is a lot better. That's going to make it so much easier to get to my bronzers that I actually want to use. Okay, let's move on. Here we've got, what is this? Oh, here we've got highlighters. Okay, so I recently decluttered my highlighters as well. I'll leave that video down below. I'm gonna leave all the videos of the previous declutters down below. The whole playlist of declutters is gonna be down below. If you're interested, check that out later. Check that out after this video is over. But I have one more highlighter here. This one also. Okay, these are my highlighters. And I want all my highlighters to remain in this one little drawer. I don't want to expand it, and I don't want anything overflowing. And I need to be realistic with myself about what I do and do not reach for. This is the About Face Light Lock. This was like the very first shade that released. I have never even used it. This is my first time to open it. Oh my God, that's horrible. Ooh, that looks really pretty. But you know what? I don't really like creamy liquid highlighters. Why did I buy this? I thought I would give it a try. I really love the packaging, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. This is just not my zhuzh. It's pretty, but I don't, well, maybe when I use my cream products, yeah, I'm going to put it here at the forefront and try to get some use out of it because it takes up too much space in my drawer for the other compacts, but I'm going to put that there. I'm going to try to get some use out of this. If I don't get use out of this finally, it's going to have to get decluttered next time. Okay, this is my Too Faced Love Light in Ray of Light. They don't make this anymore. I did get this on the Too Faced website on clearance. Here is how much panning progress I have so far. I like this highlighter a lot. It's a very warm, goldeny yellow highlighter with a hint of peach to it, but it's not too yellow, and it looks really beautiful on my skin tone. I actually use this a good amount. This is one of my faves, so I'm going to keep that. Here, I've never even used this. Got this when I got this as part of the collab. As you can see, it's still in absolutely beautiful, perfect condition. Look at that. That's literally what my ponytail used to always look like. So when my hair was super long, I identified as the Barbie profile because I just felt like it looked like me. Anyway, I've never used this. I had no intention of using it because I didn't want to mess up the thing, and it just looked too golden for me. But I wanted it anyway. This is in the shade Confident Glow. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to declutter it for my makeup collection, but I'm going to keep it in my memory makeup. So I'm going to put that over here to the side. Okay. Here is the highlighter in Retrograde. I think this might be part of the Samantha March collab, like one of her collabs. I'm not really sure. I can't remember, but I think it is. I feel like that's the only reason I would have picked up a large highlighter from Ofra, is to support Samantha March because I did also buy her palette. So I think I got these two together. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got those two together. Have I even used this? I've barely used it. I think I forgot that I have a lavender here. I'm going to try to get some use out of it. It does say 24 months. It has not been 2 years old yet. I need to use this. If I don't get some use out of this time around, this is going to have to get tossed in the next declutter. But I'll move it to my memory makeup. I'm not going to like throw it away because, you know, Samantha March. Anyway. Okay, this is my most used highlighter. This is in my painting project again. I've made some pretty good progress on that huge outward concave dome. It's almost flattening out completely. I've tried to avoid the emblem because I wanted to still see that. I'm going to keep this. This is in I Need a Nude Glow. Okay, so now I only have 3 highlighters. What did I declutter? 1. Well, whatever. It's a declutter. Okay. Here's where things are going to get hard. Oh, geez. Oh, my God. Here's one of my favorite products. Blush. I love blush. At one time, when I could only afford 1 makeup item at a time in my life, I had a compact of Clinique blush and rhubarb. And that was my only colored makeup powder. I used it for blush. I used it as a bronzer because back then there was no such thing as bronzer. And it was the 80s. And I also used it for eyeshadow. And so, yeah. Blush like holds a special place in my heart. Okay. We all know I'm not going to get rid of this, okay? I'm not going to get rid of this. I'm getting good use out of this, as you can see. I've really been enjoying this palette. This is in, which one is this? Galactic Sun. The blush is Divine Rose, Desert Orchid, and Golden Nectar is the highlight. Maybe I could move this to my highlighter drawer and open up some space in my blush. Doesn't fit. Okay, let's be realistic. Let's just get through these real quickly, okay? You've probably seen all of my makeup before. I'm just going to pull out what I'm going to declutter to try to speed things up a little bit because this is taking forever. Here is something I'm going to declutter. I also bought this just for the fact that it's a collab. I had every intent to use this, but the pans are just too narrow for blush. I don't like when my brush reaches over into the next one. I could probably use it sideways like that, but I never did. I didn't try this blush formula at all. It is really pretty. It's in the shade Malibu Blush. These are the names of the different colors. I'm going to keep this in memory makeup. Kind of feel bad that I bought this whole collection and like really didn't use it. That was a hard lesson learned, very expensive lesson learned. But that was one of my anniversary presents in 2021. And that's what I wanted, so that's what I got. Okay, I got this in a Sephora Favorites. I used it once or twice. I wasn't really a fan at the time, but also I wasn't into cream products at all at that time. This is in the shade Peach Sunset. It still smells nice. I don't know. I'll give it a go. I am kind of getting into cream products, but I'm going to move this out of my blush container and over into my cream makeup. So, all right. And then left in here is going to be my 3 Pat McGrath single compacts and my 2 NARS cheek quads. This drawer looks good now. If you want to see what my blush colors look like, check out the previous declutter about that. You know, it's already going to be in the playlist. Okay, here we go. I feel like we're going to make some good progress in this basket. I picked this up a good long while ago. Completely forgot I had it. Never did check it out. I went to go try to use it the other day, and I should have looked at this when I bought it, but I didn't. It is made in China. It's made in China. It's a no for me, dog. I'll give this away, declutter unused. Here we've got the L'Oreal Age Perfect and Radiant Satin Blush in the shade 420 Marigold. Oh, good. Okay. Made in the USA. I think I did know that, which is why I tried it. This is a really beautiful blush formula. Okay, I love that it's got a beautiful compact mirror in the back. This is a really, really nice formula. It lasts well. It's got good pigment. It's a nice, beautiful formula from the drugstore. If you're looking for a really good quality blush from the drugstore, check this out. I'm going to keep this. Okay, I love this. This has survived my last declutter. It still smells good. This is my second one of these. I panned the first one almost completely. I just feel like I'm over this. The last couple times that I wore it, I feel like I don't like the formula of it anymore. Not like it's gone off or anything, but I just mean like the way the blush looks on my skin. I used to like that, but I feel like I've progressed past this type of a payoff formula, and I've got nicer blushes now that look better than this did. So this is a super, super shimmery, like with a lot of glitter. You can kind of see the glittery effects when you wear it. I don't like that anymore, although I do like a sheen. I feel like I've graduated formulas past this, and although this is cute and it holds a lot of memories, and I did enjoy it for a good long time, I think I'm over this now. Declutter. I'm going to keep it in my memory makeup though. This Rare Beauty blush, I recently got this. It's a liquid blush in the shade Joy. Okay, I recently got this in a Sephora Favorites. I want to give it a try. I've never used it. I don't know anything about it. But I'm going to put that over in my liquid blushes. Like in my cream products. Here, I've got the first liquid or cream blush that I picked up to try. My very first Milani product to ever try. I don't know why I picked this up, honestly. I didn't like this. I don't think I'm a fan of liquid blush is the problem. So unless this is a really nice formula, oh shit. Unless that Rare Beauty one is a really nice formula, I don't think it's going to impress me. But I feel like the fact that it's got an applicator is going to be better than this one. This is just like a liquid thing that just like squeezes out of the tube. Whoa, of the tube, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like the packaging. I don't like how that just squeezed out. Declutter. It's probably old by now anyway. This is going to go to my cream products. This was the first blush compact that I bought in a long, long time. And the first cream products that I purchased at all. They're like a dry, moussey cream. I was hesitant to buy it because it was cream, but I loved the colors of it. I got it on sale. I was also hesitant to buy it because it's Ciate London, and I didn't know anything about that brand at the time. Still not a brand that I'm into, but I picked it up simply because of the Miss Piggy. I'm not gonna lie, it was just the packaging. It got me. I'm gonna keep this in memory makeup. It survived my last declutter because I thought I might use it, but no, I don't like the formula. I don't like it was just a little bit too dry. I prefer the Natasha Denona Cream Cheek. That's a little bit moussey like this, as opposed to this one. The one that I have in her Glam Face palettes, I like that better than this. So this is a declutter, but it's going to make it to the memory makeup. Man, how am I going to have 4 pieces of memory makeup already? Oh, God. This was my first Sephora purchase. I bought this at Sephora, my very, very first purchase. Like, no, I think I had one purchase before of a lip liner. Anyway, this was my first blush palette to ever buy myself. This is from Jouer. This was in my panning project. I got some good use out of it. But the last time that I went to use it, my face felt like it was itching or something. I felt like it went off and it started to irritate my skin. So I had to wash my makeup off right away and wash all my makeup brushes that had touched this. And I think it's time. Sorry, that's my dog. I think it's time to go ahead and call it quits on this. It's definitely over 2 years old. It's got a 24-month shelf life, according to that. I loved the packaging so much. I wish Jouer still sold these palettes. Instead, now they sell duos of the blush for a few dollars more than what this whole package cost. I appreciate having smaller pans with more options for the same price, as opposed to one blush for the same price. That's just me though. Declutter. This is really beautiful. I loved this. It's going to stay in my makeup memory. This, I stalked the website forever for it to come back in stock after it had sold out. I heard so many people rave about this product. I don't have anything against Lunar Beauty. I don't really have anything against Manny either. I don't have a problem with any of that. I think this sucks. Personally, it's my humble opinion. I know it's an unpopular opinion. There was not enough pigment, not enough color payoff. I did get part of the second round, so maybe the first batch was better. I don't know. But I just didn't see what all the hype was about with this. It was dusty, ashy, not impressive at all, in my opinion. It's got a 12-month shelf life, so it's definitely expired by now. Does it even say where it's made? Made in the USA with domestic and/or imported ingredients. Yeah, so I appreciate that it was made in the USA, but I didn't like the product. I love the packaging. Love the packaging so much, but I didn't like the product at all. So, easy declutter. Wow. I just decluttered that whole drawer. The only thing that stayed were these 3 little blushes back here. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, now this fits in here. Okay. Wow, we opened up a whole drawer, guys. All right, let's move on to powders. This should be easy because I recently decluttered this too. This is in my panning project. This isn't going anywhere, but I feel like it's a little bit dark for me right now. I might have to stop using this for a few months until my tan comes back and get the lighter one that's out right now for Lunar New Year's. It's probably what I'm going to do. I recently ordered this puff when I got the mini pastel palette. I haven't used these in a long while either. I feel like this dark one, I feel like I didn't like this dark one, and it's made in Taiwan. I picked this up on the recommendations of someone that I used to watch a lot, but I realized she and I don't like the same makeup at all. Like, we don't have the same kind of makeup tastes at all. I like her color style of makeup, but in the actual brands, like, I can't relate. Okay, so I didn't like either of these. I don't think they did anything that would what the claims were. This is kind of nice for like a non-punchy highlight. Like, at what point am I ever gonna reach for this over one of my good highlights? Both of these are declutters. Not a fan, do not recommend, would not repurchase. This, I feel like this has gone off. It doesn't smell bad or anything, but let's see, it says 12 months. I'm pretty sure I've had this a year. So yeah, I didn't get to pan it all the way. Did make some good use. I did get some good use out of it. And there's a big dip in there. I don't know if you can tell, but I really did like this product. I feel like this powder is a little bit better though. Like, this one made me look a little bit too powdery. Not as much as most powders do, but this one looks less powdery on my face than this one does, even though this gives me like a powdered veil effect. It's hard to explain, but you can see it in my videos. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. This is going to be a declutter. I would recommend this if you want, you know, like if you're looking to try a number 7 product, I would say it's not bad, but I feel like this is a lot better and it costs a little bit less. So declutter. This is a declutter. I got good use out of it. I did like the product, but I'm over it. This is my new current powder that I'm checking out, and I got the Clean Fresh one. I think I meant to get the one that's like blurring or something like that. So I might be buying another one of these instead to try to get the one that I meant to get. But so far, I really like this powder a lot. It's a little bit dark for me though. I need to stop thinking I'm so dark. This is in the shade Light Pale, but it's a little bit dark for me. Like, I can see this on my face after it goes on. It adds a little bit of darkness to my foundation. So I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I might see if I can find a lighter one, or I might be on the hunt for a new powder. Got to think about that one some more. But this is in my current panning project. Oh, this is in Do Me. This is obviously from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is obviously from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I've never even used this. It still has the tape on it. Should I even try it? It says 12 months once opened. I've never opened it. It still has a tape on it, but it is still aging, even though I haven't opened it. Like, I've had this probably 8 months, and it might have been a few months old before that. I feel like this product is probably not going to be as good as it should have been if I would have used it when I first got it. And I'm not even into big loose powders like that, especially, like, I was going to give it a try, but then I heard that it was super luminous and looked very like glittery. I don't mind a luminous powder, but I don't want a glittery powder. So I decided not to try this. I also just figured it would be too messy. And although I like the beautiful packaging, I'm going to declutter this and just keep it in my memory makeup for the fact that it, you know, was like kind of like YouTube history or whatever. Does it matter? Does anybody care about this? No, I don't. Declutter. It's completely unused. It's brand new. I'm going to give that away. Wow. So here's my powder drawer now. I feel so good about that. This is what the declutter is looking like so far. We're making good progress. I should have gotten a bigger basket because we're about to get real serious. Oh God, where are we gonna go next? All right. Here's where we're gonna go next, okay? This basket here has my current setting sprays, primers, lip liners, and a few glosses. Okay, so let's just see what we can declutter from here. Now, if you know, you know. This was my favorite setting spray. Notice I said was, okay? This brings me to a lesson. I love this setting spray. I saw it going on clearance. I freaked out because I didn't ever want to be without it. All those things still ring true. However, now I'm hearing how aerosol beauty products have cancer-causing agents in them. And just to err on the side of caution, I have stopped using this. My health is very important to me. It's the most important thing to me in this world. I will not take chances for anyone or anything when it comes to my health. So, you know, I've recently been through a major battle for my life. Now that I came out alive, I'm not going to sacrifice my health for anything at all. Not even. I purchased 3 of these before they left the Sephora website. These are all brand new, completely full. Now I'm scared to use this product because of the aerosol, and I'm afraid it'll cause cancer. Declutter. Declutter. This is almost empty. It's almost empty. It probably has like a third of it left, just from what I can tell. These are completely full. These are all going to be declutter. This was a waste of money. This lesson right here tells me no more buying backups. Okay? If my favorite product gets decluttered, so be it. There's plenty of stuff on the market always coming out. I can find a new product. I don't need to be hoarding things like this. This is not okay. Declutter. Oh, and I still have makeup to add to my thing up here that I don't even have space for. So let me get my memory makeup out of the way because my declutter basket is overflowing now. Okay, so I am going to take this out of the basket just for the sake of having space, but you know it's in there, okay? All right, let's move on. Fuck. All right, let's move on. So now this is back to my favorite setting spray. I love this a lot. This is a tried and true. Everybody knows. I don't need a backup. I don't even use setting spray every day anymore because it's not summertime. So during the summertime, I'll probably use this more often. I don't like that it has alcohol for me to use that often, but honestly, I don't have that many occasions where I need to set my face to make sure it's locked. Not currently in my lifestyle. So I feel like this will be fine. And then this is also in my panning project. Using this up, love this stuff. This still smells good. I have had this 8 months. Oh, that's why my face is itching. Yeah, it's gone off. This is what's been making my face itch, not the foundations. This product only lasts 6 months. I've had this 8 months. And come to think of it, the last month or two, when I'm doing my makeup, I've been trying to use this primer so I could use it up because I didn't want to have to throw out a lot of it while, when it expired or whatever. This has been making my face itch. This is expired. This lasts only 6 months. This is 8 months old. I just put this in my panning project. Declutter. I'm going to have to update my panning project. Damn it. All right. So that's good to know. And that means that I can now bring in my new primer. Yay. This is my favorite primer right here. I have just like another little squirt or two left right here in a sample. This is like my second or third sample that I've gotten from Sephora. And so since I was running out of my samples, I ended up buying a new one. Can't wait to use that. I love this stuff so much. Okay, I'm running low on this, but I do have backups. I need to use this up. I use this every day under my makeup. What is this? Okay, this is in the shade Universal. This is a sample also. This is a sample from Sephora. This is the Danessa. Okay, wait. Did I say? Yeah. So now I can roll in my Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer. This is my favorite product. I love it. Yeah. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Face and Eyes. What eyes? With obsolete technology. I don't even know what the fuck that means. This, oh God, where was this made? China. That was hard to find. This is made in China. I'm not putting this shit on my face. It's probably gonna break me out. Declutter. That was a sample from Sephora. All right, these, how long do these last? It doesn't have an expiration window on it, but I'm pretty sure these last like a year or two. I think those are still good. All of my About Faces, I love this lip liner so much. This one says 24 months. Okay, so I still have about 8 months with my lip liners from About Face. This is new. I got this in Halloween, so this is good. This is not that old. How long does it say it lasts for? It doesn't say. If I remember correctly, I think these last like 12 months. I have not had it 12 months. I want to get some more use out of this. Okay, this is brand new. This is a Fenty gloss from, oh, this is the Maybelline Lifter gloss in the shade Bronze. This is the Fenty gloss that I got in my Sephora favorites. I've never tried a Fenty gloss. I want to see what it's all about. I'm looking forward to giving this a go. This is going to be my next primer as soon as I run out of my MAC paint pot, which I keep over here. Let me show you how much, like I'm almost done. I've got maybe another week or two, and then I get to check out that new primer. All right, so this is what this is looking like now. A lot more cleared out. I feel like I'm going to be able to condense some of this stuff over there to my foundations. Or maybe I'll just leave them like that, spread out. Okay. Let's move on to my brow drawer. This is another thing that prompted this declutter. I went to go try to use this to see if I wanted to roll it over in my project. And oh my God, this smells so bad. Plus you can tell by looking at it, it's a different color than it used to be. It used to be really clear and it looks kind of like yellow or cream now. This went off. This is expired. This only lasts 12 months. This is done. This is still going strong. Love this. It says 18 months. I've had it 2 years. I've had it over about 2 years. It smells fine. I really like this product. Here's my Patrick Ta for brows. This says 12 months. I got this in a Sephora Favorites like in April. I've probably had this about 8 months. I still have a lot of it, as you can see. I didn't really like this product. This is so like gross on your brows. I need to try to use this up. Maybe I'll, fuck girl. Maybe I'll keep it a little bit longer. Here's my other Patrick Ta that I tried. I tried this also because of the recommendations of a YouTuber that I used to watch a lot, but I don't like this. This is just way too sticky in your hair, and more than that, it leaves like a film visible. Exactly how it looks in my brows too. It looks like I have crap in my brows after it's dried and like the day has gone on. It just looks like I have, I don't know, gel in my brows is what it looks like. Like when people would put too much gel up in their hair, it looks like it flakes or whatever. That's kind of what this is like. So I don't really like this that much, but it is in my panning project. I am using it up. It works fine enough. It's just not my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more use out of that. Haven't had it that long. This one is coming up. I've had this from a Sephora Favorites. I think I've had this about 8 months. Still using it. This is really, really good. This is actually one of my favorite brow products. I don't even know where I got this. This is from Item Beauty. Item Beauty is made in China. I have zero interest in that. I don't even know how I got it. I think I got it in a subscription box or something. This is a Flower Beauty brow pencil. This is what it looks like. Hold on. This is what it looks like. I have a lot of it. I barely used it. I did not really like this thing. It's too waxy, too warm, too smudgy, too smeary. Not my fave. Let me show you what the Item Beauty looked like. Oh, look, it's got a cute little brush. Okay, I'm so glad I saw that. That's really cute. This is what the brow thing looks like. As you can see, it's never been used. I'm not going to use that part of it, but I kind of do like this. I'm going to check this part of it out and see if I want to keep it just as a tool or what. So glad I didn't throw that out. I'm glad I saw that. Okay, here is my favorite drugstore brow pencil. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift. I have mine in the shade Ash Brown. No, I have mine in whatever this warm brown is. Here's how much product I have left. Oh, I'm almost out. I need to finish using this. So excited. I love this thing. Okay, this went in the wrong spot. This is a lip liner. I wondered where that went the other day. Okay, this is the one that I currently have in my painting project, and that is just because it's the oldest. I actually like the e.l.f. one better. This is how much I have left still. Wow, it's still going. Okay, that's the end of it. I still have a lot. I want to get this used up. I should probably use the e.l.f. one so that I can get that used up, but yeah, I'm going to keep both of those. Okay. In here, I've also got my brow tools, like my spoolies. This has got a bunch of like wax on it, and then it had powder that got into it, and it's all dirty and gross. I should probably give this a good washing. I'm gonna give this a wash. This is my brow spoolie from Luxie. I love this one, but I did have a pink one that fell apart, so like it came as part of a set. I wouldn't specifically go out and buy it because I feel like they probably don't last that long. This, how did I get this? I don't even know where I got this from. This is the Give Me Brow. Maybe I picked it up as like a little sample to try. Ew, that is dry and pasty. This has probably gone off. I didn't like this to begin with anyways. I don't like colored products because I feel like it messes up my makeup around my hairs and it just leaves like a visible film on my hairs. I don't know. I don't like this. It's a declutter. I would not repurchase. I would not recommend. Okay, and then I've got this Anastasia Brow Definer. This is not that old. I don't really like it that much though. It's a trial size, so this is all I have left. I should probably just go ahead and use this up to to get it out of here, you know? Maybe I'll try to put this to use because it's not bad. So I'll give it a try. I mean, I'll get some more use out of that. All right, well, what did we declutter from the brows? From the brows, we decluttered 3 things. And that's what we've got left. I'm happy with that. Here is my mascara drawer. Oh my God, wait, this is not all of my mascaras. Hold on, I just remembered. Oh my God, can you even see that drawer? No, you cannot see this drawer right here. Let me show you. Right there. You see that drawer right there? I'm about to pull out those containers and set it up here on top. And we're going to add that to... the other mascaras. Oh God, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Let me stick with just mascara first. Oh my God. Oh geez.
Okay. Was that everything? Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. These are all the mascaras that I tried last year. Can you see? Oh my gosh. These are all the mascaras I tried last year, and my basket is overflowing. Here's the declutter basket. I feel like I should have gotten a bigger basket. Okay. Let me just transfer over my declutter stuff to where I have a little bit more space for it all. And we're going to keep the mascara separately. Wow. These are all the mascaras I tried last year. Pretty sure these are all dried out. So these are all going to be declutters. I'm going to have a mascara review video coming up, which is why I wanted to keep all these and keep up with what all I had tried. So yeah, these are all declutters. They're old, dried, expired. You know, some of them are just formulas I didn't like. Okay, so there's the mascaras, the first part. But these are the active mascaras in my drawer. Let's see what we got here. This is my current fave. This is a stay. This is kind of a new bottle. I've only had this maybe like 2 weeks. Here's my mascara tools. I mean, yeah, my mascara tools. A lash comb, which I need to wash that. Let me put that away to wash. And then my, let me just put it back before I lose it. And then my lash curler. This is the best lash curler. I love it so much. All right, these... just show you. This is something that I had picked up like over a year ago and I never actually tried it. I don't even think I'm gonna try it. I just no. I feel like I don't really need a primer. My eyelashes are like nice and voluminous. Anyways, these are my current mascaras. Let's go through them and pick which ones we're going to keep and declutter. None of these are old. All of these are currently, you know, within use. I wanted to try this out because I hear a lot of great things about this mascara. This is a drugstore by L'Oreal Lash Princess. That's what the brush looks like. I personally, I mean Lash Paradise, Voluminous Lash Paradise, like within 30 minutes it started flaking off. It got into my eyes. That's a no. This does nothing. All this does is add a little bit of something on the lashes. It does nothing for me. It adds no volume, doesn't really lengthen. All it really does is separate. Still smells fine. I don't really like these thick brushes either. I wasn't a fan of this formula. I would not recommend. I would not repurchase. This is the Benefit They're Real. This is still an active, like this is fresh. I just checked this out. I don't know. It's all right. I don't really like it that much, but I do like the end of the brush that's got the comb. So, I don't know. It's still going. I'll use it. Okay, and then also here's one of the newest mascaras that I've recently tried. For the first time, I have an Ilia mascara here. This is from my Sephora favorites. This is not bad. This is okay for like a natural makeup look. This is what the brush looks like. I do like this. This has that like very classic wet formula smell. It's a pretty good mascara. Not my fave, but it's pretty good. All right, we made a lot of space there. Look at that. Okay, that's a lot of mascaras, guys. Oh my God. Okay, now what? Oh my God. Next is eyeshadow palettes. Those are all gonna stay right there. We know that. Let me pick you up and bring you over here. All right. Here we are in my eyeshadow palettes drawers. I'm not gonna lie, most of these palettes right here, let me move the lighting. All right, is that better? I hope that's better. Most of these palettes right here are all of my high-end palettes. This is like my Natasha Denona and my Pat McGrath's. I'm not decluttering anything of that, so we can just spare that time here. But here I do have some things that I would like to get rid of. First I've got this Tarte eyeshadow palette, the Let It Rainbow. This survived a couple declutters already. It's a beautiful palette. I haven't used it. I have better brands. I have better formulas now in these kinds of colors. I feel like I don't need this. I'm going to declutter that. Also here for my Tarte drawer, I feel like I don't need this either. It is pretty, but I just think I feel like I'm over this Amazonian clay formula. It's just a little bit too soft for my liking now. And that's the same with this. All the Amazonian clay formulas, I just feel like they're a little bit too soft. Although I did recently get a pretty look with this palette, and this would be a nice, like, easy matte palette to take. It's just, when am I going to reach for this Tarte palette over, like, my Mario or my Natasha Denona Biba? You know, that's the thing. It's just not going to happen. I mean, maybe I would travel with this, though. I might keep this for travels, for like a simple matte look for travels. Because if anything happened to this palette, I wouldn't be too upset. I'll keep that for travels. All right, and then this palette my mom gave me back recently, but like I just said, this is this an Amazonian clay? I don't think this is the Amazonian clay formula. Let me see. I don't think so. I'm gonna try this one. I do wanna use this one. This is staying. This Tarte Maneater palette. This is so big. I haven't even used all the shades yet, and it is really beautiful. I just feel like it's a little bit too glittery. Like some of these, they're just too glittery for my liking. All the metallics are a little bit too glittery. There's no like soft shimmers. I think I'm gonna pass this on. It's a beautiful palette. It's a nice formula. I do like it. It's just not my favorite. And at this point, like I have too many palettes to be messing with things that aren't my favorite. So I'm gonna pass this on. Okay, next I've got this drawer here. This is also Amazonian clay palette. But this one I actually like. I actually get a lot of use out of that. And that's because all of these shimmers, they're not glittery. They're just like their normal formula that I really like. They're not glittery. I don't get fallout with it like I do from the Maneater. So I'm going to keep this one. All right, next drawer is this drawer here. In this drawer, I've got my Candy Skies palette by Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is one of my favorite pastel palettes of all time. Love this palette so much. Got my Charlotte Tilbury. I haven't used this yet. I did pull this out of my previous declutter pile because screw it, why not? Okay, from this drawer, let's just get to the point, okay? From this drawer, I think I'm going to declutter this one. I'm not a fan of the NARS. I'm just not a fan of the NARS eyeshadow palette formula. I just feel like it's not that great. I don't know. I didn't like the mattes. I didn't even try the shimmers. I just didn't like the mattes. The mattes let me down, and if the mattes can't make me happy, you ain't gonna get me to the shimmers. So, declutter. All right, that's it out of this drawer. I'm keeping all my Mario palettes. All right, what do we have in here? Okay. My MAC art library. Oh, I would rather have this. If for a matte look, I forgot I had this. I would rather pull out my art library than the Tarte matte. So I think instead of keeping that, I would rather use this instead of the Tarte. So I think instead of keeping this Tarte, I'm going to keep this for travel and declutter the Tartelet and keep the MAC. Okay, recently pulled this out of a declutter. I'm going to give this a try. Then we've got this one. What am I going to do about this palette here? I'm going to try to get a little bit more use out of it, I guess. Oh my God, this drawer right here is crazy. Oh, this is going to be hard. All right, let's zoom in for this one because this one's deep. This one's going to be hard because sentimental type of packaging. So this one's going to be really, really hard. But I need to be ruthless with myself and like just think, am I using them or not? Okay, am I going to use it or not? I want to get through this. We're almost done. Too Faced Teddy Bear. This is a cute palette, but honestly, this is giving me Mini Biba vibes. And I would rather use the Mini Biba. This is a very, very cute palette, but this is giving me Mini Biba vibes. And I just feel like I don't really need this. I didn't really like the formula that much. It's just kind of so-so. I feel like I graduated past Too Faced altogether. I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. Here is my Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. Here is what my palette looks like. I didn't use it a whole lot, but I did enjoy it. This would be a good travel for mattes, for bright, fun colors. I'm going to keep this one. I do like this a lot. I love matte eyeshadow. Oh God, here's where it's going to get really hard. Too Faced Cinnamon Swirl. I love this palette, mainly because of the packaging and the nostalgia of the tin palettes. But if I'm real with myself, this color story is just kind of meh. Like, it's pretty. I can get some pretty looks out of it, but there's nothing unique about this palette that sets it apart from other palettes. It's okay. It's not the best. The shimmers are okay. I just feel like I feel like all the looks that I get from here are just really, really warm, which, I mean, you would assume since they're all warm tones, but I don't know. For whatever reason, the last couple times that I made a look with it, I just thought it was okay. I'm gonna hold on to this, try to get a little bit more use out of this. If I don't get some use out of this in the coming months, this is gonna make it to the next. This is gonna have to go in the next declutter. If I don't use this within the next couple of months, this one's gonna have to go in the next declutter. Here we've got the Just Peach. No, Sweet Peach. Still haven't used it. I'm going to use it before I decide either way, okay? That's my jam. This is a really pretty color story. I had a lot of fun with this palette, especially this shade and that shade, but these shades have so much fallout. I actually never tried it with a glitter glue Maybe I would enjoy it with the glitter glue. I really did like the payoff and performance and color story. Otherwise, I'm going to keep this one. Too Faced Kitty Likes to Scratch. This is a pretty simple color story. This red actually was giving me vibes of Bronze. This color story is kind of giving me slightly Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction vibes. For that, this would be a good travel version of that color story for me. I'm going to keep that. Recently pulled this out to try it. I have a request to make a look with this. I'm going to try that. I packed this up to go on my travel for Thanksgiving, and then I ended up not traveling. So I didn't even end up using this yet. This is still completely brand new. I need to give this a use. If I don't use it within the next couple of months, I need to declutter it. But for right now, I'm going to keep it. Here is my most recent Too Faced purchase. I got this at the Sephora sale, like Christmas time or whenever the Sephora sale was, and it was going on clearance. I picked this up for like $22, and then I think I also had an additional discount somehow, and I think I ended up paying like $17 or $18 for it once it was all said and done. I want to try this. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm sure you've seen it, but let's just take a look at it. I don't think I've actually even looked at it in person yet. Ooh, that's beautiful. I can't wait to use that. This palette needs to make it into the rotation really soon. Oh my gosh, my favorite Too Faced palette of all time, the Too Faced L'Oreal palette. I love this palette so much. I love the color story. I love the formula. I love the looks that I've gotten with it. I love the packaging. I love the cute little mirror with the hearts. I love everything about this palette. This is my favorite Too Faced palette of all time. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Next, we've got Norvina. If you recently saw my palettes, my palette basket of shame, you know this was in there. If you caught my recent video, my palette basket of shame, you know this was in there. If you're curious as to why and you missed that video, check that in the description box. It'll be down there below. But this is what my palette looks like. I need to get some use out of this. Okay, am I gonna declutter any of these ABH palettes? Here we've got the Nouveau, not going anywhere. Jackie Aina palette, not going anywhere. Riviera palette. Oh, Jesus. I know a lot of people like to throw their plastics away, but I like my mirror to not have eyeshadow all over it if possible, so I keep my plastics. Anyway, I need to use this palette. It's not going anywhere. Subculture. Need to use this palette. Not going anywhere. All right. So we did get a couple of things cleared out of that drawer, but not, wait, did we? One thing. We decluttered one palette from that drawer. All right. Oh my God. Now let's move down to this drawer. Oh, I've got these two palettes here. I recently tried it and they perform nicely initially, but they like fall all over your face throughout the day. I didn't use glitter glue, but I'm going to go ahead and re-declutter these. All right, let's hope that that helps some. I'm sorry for any of the glares. We're going to start here with this Sugar Crystals palette from Violet Voss. This is actually an eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. Most of the Violet Voss palettes that I've picked up are eyeshadow palettes, which is why I like them so much. I can't use pressed pigments. They irritate my eyes. They burn my eyes and make me feel like my eyeballs are gonna burn out of my head for a week. So when people say, oh, they're not deemed eye safe and it's just because it might stain your eyes, that's the only reason. No, it's because they irritate eyes. Okay, staining isn't the problem. Irritation is the problem. That's what the FDA warning is about. Irritation, it's not about staining. So if you don't get irritated by those formulas, that's fantastic. But a lot of us do, and I am one of them. And so I cannot use pressed pigments of any kind. This is a beautiful color palette. I'm so sad that I won't get to use it, especially because these are all shimmers, and then they had matching mattes, and I loved that so much. I'm gonna get rid of this. Declutter. Okay, here we are in my melt drawer. Here I've got the Melt Mary Jane. Not going anywhere. If you saw my recent melt haul, you know that I've got a couple of new melt palettes. I haven't used these yet. They're not going anywhere. I've also got my Muerte palette and both of the Gemini palettes. These aren't going anywhere. Here's what my palette looks like. That one, and I really liked it a lot. I also really enjoyed the look that I got with this one. Very, very beautiful palette. I have one more melt palette that doesn't fit up there, and that's this one, the 27. Can't wait to use that one. Okay, here's my, oh my God, here's my Urban Decay drawer. These are all new. I already went through this drawer. I know that I'm not going to declutter these because I went through this drawer in my palette basket of shame, but let me just show you what's in here in case you missed that. We've got Naked Cherry, Naked Cyber, Naked 3, Naked Heat, Naked Honey, Naked Robin Eisenberg. I love this palette. I love, love, love this palette. It is a beautiful, soft, colorful, easy to use formula. It's not overly punchy, but it is punchy enough, especially considering it's in the Naked line. It's very, very colorful, especially for a Naked palette. I've made beautiful looks with this. It recently went on sale, and I hope you picked it up. I hope you didn't listen to all the negative reviews from the beauty YouTubers that trashed this, because this was a really, really beautiful palette. This was a good one. So happy to have it. I also pulled these two out of my declutter. I'm not even sure if I mentioned that or not, but I've got Naked 2 Mini and Naked 3 Mini, and then Naked Heat Mini. Here I've got a Prince Urban Decay eyeliner. I got this mainly just for the fact that it says Prince. I did use it a little bit. It's okay. I should probably use it a little bit more before it expires. Duh. I need to put that up in my eyeliner instead of down here. Okay. I need to get through this drawer. I need to make it a point to use these Urban Decay palettes that I haven't used yet. All right, we're almost done. This is my cream makeup. Liquid eyeshadows from About Face. To be quite honest with you, I don't really like these at all. Maybe I could try using this in a way, but I didn't really like this. It was too dark. I didn't really like this. It matches my skin. Maybe it'd be fine for a cut crease on top of that, but they don't work quite that way. I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of these. This is like one of the few About Face products that I'm not a fan of. I picked these up in a duo, and then I picked this up separately, thinking that I would want a neutral. Yeah. I'm going to declutter these. I'm not even going to use them. Am I going to use the navy one? Maybe I could use that like for liner. I might use these two. I'm gonna declutter this beige one. All right, and then here's the new little nude sticks that I recently did a video on and tried. This one here is in that honey shade. I feel like I couldn't tell if this was a highlighter. Is it a bronzer? I don't know what this is. Declutter. I do like this bronzer in the shade Bondi Bay, and I really did like this little blush in the shade Bohemian Rose. I'm going to keep these two. This is a giant, yeah, in Bubbly BB. This was cute. And this is the other liquid, this is the other cream blush that came in that set. This is the color Body Language. I use this a little bit. It's all right. Okay, so we took one product out of there. Here we've got this drawer. This is kind of like a throwaway drawer. I literally don't use these products at all. I just have them in there because they're cute. Maybe I should try to use these. I got these. I've had these a year and a half now. I haven't, but they are a year and a half old. How long do they even last? It doesn't say on the packaging. And if it does, I can't tell because you can't even read that freaking coloring. Honestly, I got these just for the packaging because they're cute, but like I don't even use these. I'm going to declutter that. What is this? Glitter Obsessed. Glitterly Obsessed. What is this even supposed to be? I don't know what it is. I've never even opened it. Let's open it. Oh. Oh my God. What the hell is somebody going to do with this? No, girl, no. Why did I got this just because of the little cat. Okay, I need to stop that shit, man. Declutter. This was also part of that Pure X Barbie huge PR box set that I bought. These are like supposed to be a 4-in-1 cloud cream, see no more. I think that's supposed to be like a, oh, that's a deep pore cleanser and a age defying concentrate. Like I don't trust, I don't know, does this have perfume in it? I don't know. It feels like play skincare. This is not something I would try. Declutter. All right, so we emptied out that drawer. Here's some more of my new melt palettes, my smaller ones. These are not going anywhere. Like I have used these two down there. No, I haven't used that one yet. These two are new. I've only used that one. Here is my Marc Jacobs palettes that I need to use and my Violet Boss palettes. Recently did a video on this. Spoiler alert, really enjoyed this palette. It's my other colorful Violet Boss palette and my favorite cool tone palette from them, Violet Boss, Cool Vibes. All right, is that it? Jesus. These are not even closing. What the hell is happening here? What? This little palette is in the way. It's gonna have to go up here. Perfect. All right, and then here I've just got my perfume. I don't even use this. I've never used it, not one time. It's got glitter stuff in it. I think it's supposed to be a setting spray, like a glowy setting spray. It's really beautiful. I obviously bought it just because of the beautiful puff and the fact that it says Pure X Barbie. Look at that gorgeous color. Like that's supposed to be a radiant setting spray. But I'm afraid that something like this would break me out. I don't know what the hell is in it. I don't know if it's perfumed. I don't know what that glowy stuff is. I'm not putting this on my face. But I keep it here because it's decorative. And then here's a bunch of like little mini perfumes that I never used. They're completely evaporating. Somebody gave me a Sephora perfume favorite set to try, and like I don't wear perfumes like that. I used to wear this perfume, but she stopped making it. And then now I wear my Louis Vuitton. I like to have one scent, just one perfume that I wear all the time. Everybody knows my signature scent. When they smell that, they know it's me. All right, and so up here, I've just got some of my memory lipsticks that were in my declutter. I need to do something with those. And then, oh, these are those new foundations. I need to try to exchange this foundation. This is that Hourglass one. This is a little bit too peachy. I'm going to see if I can get one in a better shade match. Hopefully they'll still let me exchange it. I've also got this this House Labs. I've also got this House Labs powder right there that I want to put in my up in my powder drawer now that I have room. Oh, I took this out and forgot to even say anything about it. I set this in my lap and forgot. This is the Urban Decay Eternals palette. I want to use that really soon. Okay, and then this palette. All right, we're almost done. Almost done. Okay, here we've got my eyeliner drawer. I'm just going to go through this as quickly as possible. All right, so just really quickly, let me just go through here my eyeliners and show you what I've got and what's old. The only ones that aren't old, hold on, let me get all of it. All right, here's everything that was in the eyeliner drawer. These are all the things that I had in the eyeliner drawer, okay? This is actually an Anastasia dip brow. I've been looking for that. I had it with, oh wait. Okay, I pulled all those liners out of here. So I just had that there. Okay, these were all the things that I had there. These were all the things that I had in that drawer, okay? Sorry for my phone charger and my cords, okay? Sorry that looks so trashy. Just forgive me here, okay? Anyway, let's go through these really quickly. I'm going to put all of my keeps in one pile and my declutters in another. Okay, this is new. This is a keep. This is not that old. I don't know how long I've had it. I'm going to try it out and see if it's old and it burned my eyes, I have to stop using it. If it still works, I'm going to keep it. This is in the shade Perversion, so it's a black. I don't think I've had it that long, but it hasn't been used. Let me just go through here and see what I know is still good. This is my current brown liquid liner. This is from KVD in the shade Mad Max Brown. Still using this for like another month before I have to toss it. And then honestly, all of these others right here, these are all expired. I've had these for so long, and when I went to go try to use these in my waterline, they burnt my eye. So, like, my eyes got irritated, and I had to wash off my makeup and start over. I couldn't even do eye makeup, though. I had to do the rest of my face and just leave my eyes plain because my eyes were burning after that. So, I feel like I've had all of these way too long. I just need to toss them all. This is so sad. I just want to say that the About Face... Where's the other one? Oh, God, I'm missing one. Oh, right here. No? Here. Can't see right in front of me. There are too many things. These About Face shadow sticks are my favorite for the water liner. I am going to buy a replacement in black, maybe even one more color, but I don't need 5 because, as you see, I hardly got any use out of it before they go bad. So that's really sad. But this whole stack here, this is all going to get decluttered. All of it. I got this like in a box or something. I don't even know what it is. I'm not going to use this. Okay, I bought this thinking I would check it out, but this is a made in China product. I'm not going to use that. I got this to try to do my inner corner area like Bridget Turco does, and I look really stupid like that. So, declutter. This is an eye pencil that somebody gave me from Unique. I have no interest in trying that brand at all. It's an MLM brand. That's a no from me, dog. All right, and then all these others, like this is my most recent liquid liner that I've been using, but this is definitely expired. I've had this a year now. Oh my God, I used that way too long. But it hasn't been irritating my eyes. But still, it's time to toss it and use one of my new ones. All of these have to go. Every single eyeliner. Let's see how many eyeliners we decluttered. 24 eyeliners are getting decluttered. Holy moly. This was like something that I bought to get to the free shipping for a Sydney Grace purchase back when I bought Mel's palette, I think. It looks like it's gone off in the tube. It looks disgusting in there, and I never even used it. I'm not a liquid shadow person. I don't know why I got this. I'm declutter. This actually belongs in the brow drawer. I want to give it a try. I had it confused here with my liquid liner pots, but I'm going to put this in the brows. It's never been used. I need to check that out. Then, oh, I'm so glad I have this. I got this as a free gift with purchase, like maybe a few months ago, but I've never opened it. And I want to check it out because I like having pot liners, and my ones from Natasha Denona are dry. This is how much use I got out of mine. I did use this a lot in 2021. No, 2022. I used this a lot in 2022. But as you can see, I still have like half of it in there, and it's too dry now, and it's expired. It's too dry now, and it's expired. I'm not gonna chance it. This has to get tossed. Here's the cream one that I bought. I bought this a lot later, so it's not as old. I've hardly used this. That's so sad. Maybe I can find a way to try to incorporate it in the spring with some pastels. I'm gonna keep that one because it's not as old. I got the black one first, and I waited a long time before I got the other one. Or did I get them at the same time? Just see. I don't think I got them at the same time, and it smells fine. I'm going to try it. If it's dry, then I'm going to declutter it. But if it's dry, then I'm going to end up decluttering this next time. But I think it's okay for right now. This was the first one that I picked up after many years of not having a pot liner. I wanted to see if I just would like the experience of it. So I like I used to back when I was a teenager. And so I picked up this cheap one. It's so dry and awful. It is so terrible to work with that I was like, screw that. Let me try a real brand to try. And that's when I picked up the Natasha Denona one. I do not recommend this. I did not like it. This is going to get tossed. All right. So we've got 2 liners left. We've got 2 pot liners left, and we decluttered 2. This, well, I guess now I can condense them, actually. These are all the eyeliners that I'm left with. And now I've got an empty container. All right. Last but not least is my single shadows. Sorry to bump the camera. Here's my MAC single shadows. Here's my 2 Urban Decay ones and my 3 Moon Dust ones. I've never even tried these. I don't even know what all the hype is about. I need to create a look with these really soon and use them. And then here's my Natasha Denona Blackest Black. I got this in 2020 with my first order of everything else. I really like it. All right, I'm going to keep all these. Nothing from here is getting decluttered. If anything, maybe I could declutter this one, but just because it's a little bit dry. It's like a dry matte. When I tried it on, it was kind of dry. I wasn't really happy with the way it performed, but like if I just want to use some singles, these 2 together make a really nice look. See, like a simple look. This in the crease, and then this over the lid. And then if you want some colorful added pizzazz, yeah. So I'm going to keep all my singles. I'm not going to declutter any of them. Let me just show you my MAC ones real quick. I've got 2 light ones, 1 shimmer and 1 matte. I've got a red, a blue, 3 shades of green, like a periwinkle, and 1 shimmer. All the others are mattes and satins. This is a beautiful satin. Really like that one. Anyway, that's it. Yeah. Ooh, that felt like a lot of work. Oh my God, that felt like so much work. There's the pile of palettes. There's the pile of palettes we decluttered. All right, I'm gonna dump all the products that we decluttered right here just so that we can get like a whole view of everything in one spot. Whoa. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. Not this one. Oh my God. Whew. That was a lot. There's the whole pile. There's all the stuff that's leaving my collection right now, guys. Yeah, it feels so good to have all this stuff out of my way. And I'll be able to get ready so much easier now and pick my favorite things without being like inundated with all this other junk. Okay, guys, this is that pile. This is that whole pile of makeup that we're decluttering. Yeah, it feels so good to get this out of my way. Thanks so much for your help. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to click the thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more content from me in the future. Bye.